We are set to bear witness to one of the most unpredictable, untamed, and violent athletes professional wrestling has seen in quite some time. Not only is he a hardcore phenomenon, he's also a famed international movie star. Featured in the full-length feature film The Wrestler a couple of years ago, he is none other than the controversial Necro Butcher, and he is set for one-on-one action with quite an entourage at ringside alongside him. I'm not so sure that Necro will be necessarily needing the help, as he is a reckless, untamed, rebellious athlete with little to no pain threshold, and already getting inside the referee's head, for better or worse. Necro preparing to lock up with Super Simon Sezz, and Simon distracted by the entourage of Necro at ringside. We got Billy the P, we got Father Fear, we got Daniel Quinn, and we got the matchup underway, and Necro Butcher comes in from the blind side and starts working over Super Simon Sezz on the outside, just digging away at the face. Again, that animalistic nature. Necro Butcher can wrestle. He just doesn't want to do it very often. He'd rather beat you up. And Necro, just a wild man, following Simon into the ring. And notice Necro doesn't even wear anything on his feet. No wrestling boots, no shoes. And there's that dirty foot just launched right into the face of Simon. And then eats the turnbuckle pad as well. Necro so unorthodox. And that's what makes him so tough to prepare for. And that just adds to the danger level. And again, just ripping at the face. Just swinging him by the face. Just digging those nails in deep. And Necro looking to teach a lesson here. Just using those ring cables to bend the body of Simon Sezz, while he keeps digging away. And Necro pretty impressed by his own aptitude. There's one thing Necro is well schooled at, it's how to cause pain. Necro with a fireman's carry. Gonna swing him around, airplane spin. Necro going a little old school. Multiple revolutions. Haven't seen an airplane spin that good in years, and you can see Necro even made himself dizzy. Necro taking him almost as long to regain his bearings as it is Simon, and both men are pretty punch drunk right now. Simon firing away a few shots. Necro having some big-time equilibrium problems right now. That's giving Simon an opening. That airplane spin, very ironically, hindered Necro more than it helped him, and Simon takes Necro down with a clothesline. And off the top of the elbow, Simon attempts the first cover, but barely gets a count of one. And Necro receives a drop kick right to the side of the face. Simon undaunted, undeterred here, trying to quicken the pace. And he fires off the top rope, but right into that foot again. Necro baited Simon right in. And it was Simon's momentum that worked against him.
Come on, Necro, get him.
Simon thrown to the outside. And a cheap shot with a chair. That might make Necro mad. I think he would have wanted to do that himself. Necro now. He's at home on the outside of that ring. No padding, no protection of any sort. Just pounding away on Simon. Went to use the post. Simon counters a couple of times, and it's Necro that tastes the steel, shoulder, and maybe a little on the side of the head as well. Simon tries to get back in, but Necro cuts him off, and ooh, back first. Small the back into the edge of that post. That post looks to be, yeah, that is. You get a good shot of it right there. That's more of a cylindrical, or rather a square shape than a cylindrical shape. It's not a round tube at all. It's got an edge of steel that'll just rip into your back.
Make the diva cry.
And Simon just agonizing in pain over that right now, as you might expect. And he's having trouble even moving right now. I'll tell you what, you get a severe back injury, you're not going anywhere anytime soon, because you got no mobility whatsoever. And you can see perfectly demonstrated by Simon, who can't even stand right now. Necro right between his shoulder blades and that hard head as well.
Make him bleed.
Simon in big time trouble now. I think he's got some serious injuries to somewhere along that spinal cord, thanks to Necro just driving that back and digging it into the edge of that ring post. And Necro, just to show you how bloodthirsty he is, I don't think Necro's even attempted a cover yet in this match. I don't think he cares about winning. He just wants to send a message. He just wants to make Billy the P and everybody else out there happy. Make sure they get their money's worth in the deal. There's a hard release slam. Set Simon halfway across the ring. Crowd coming alive for Simon here. He gets a few shots on. Connects right to the jaw of Necro, but Necro got the knee. And into a huge bear hug, just elevates Simon off the canvas. That takes away Simon's leverage. And the arms are trapped as well. Necro trying to trap the arms to keep Simon from escaping. If Simon can wedge those arms in a certain way and start to power the grip of Necro free, Simon's got hope. And that's the thing, he's trying to sneak that arm out. That's another way of doing it. The hands are free to be used as weapons now, and boxing in those ears. Hey, Simon's strategy worked. Drop toe hold, the Maestra cradle. Simon could pull off an upset here. This match has been about 90-10 Necro, so. And back to that bear hug again. And Simon elevated even further off the canvas this time. Necro just hoisting Simon up like a little baby. And again, that back has been in such agony for about the past 5 minutes or so. Simon again having trouble just moving, just trying to stand up. I think Necro maybe finally ready to put this thing away. Well, I think his entourage has some other ideas. Simon still trying to crawl to his feet. I'll give credit to Simon. He's got a lot of heart and a lot of guts, just based on the fact he's still trying to fight. That's a great quality you don't see in a lot of athletes. A lot of guys would have been carried out of here if they had to face Necro Butcher for as long as Simon has. But unfortunately, that fate may be an inevitability based on the concoction Necro has. He's got steel chairs strewn up into a pile right below where Simon is right now. Simon on the top turnbuckle, whether he wants to be or not. Necro gonna suplex him. Simon realizes it's do or die. He's gonna get himself free. Simon, can he powerbomb Necro? Necro hanging on, but not for long. Back of the head, first into the chairs goes Necro Butcher. And Simon looking to finish this thing off, but check this out from the outside. Simon may have been able to pull off an upset here. Was a distraction enough from the outside? Necro's a long way across that ring, but Simon's still looking right at him. What? No, Simon! He decides to take a preemptive strike on the outside. Necro's crew pays for it. And now Simon back in the ring. Watch Necro getting to his feet. Simon distracted here. We got a lot of moving parts around ringside, as has been the theme of the night. Necro didn't get all that kick. And as a result, Simon was able to counter out of that sit-out powerbomb attempt. We got a Pat O'Connor roll, and we got Simon picking up a big upset. That's huge. What an upset. The kid did it. The animalistic, sadistic Necro Butcher defeated tonight by Super Simon Sezz.